All right, so just a couple of minutes ago, we jumped off stream, we finished the entire hunt, and finally got our hands on the brick rod. So really quickly in this video, I'm going to give you guys the full breakdown on what you need to do to get your hands on this. We're going to make it as quick as possible, so let's jump right into it. Now, for starters, you're going to need to collect all 3 of the bricks that are spread out throughout the entire world. This is the most important thing. If you skip any step throughout this, you will not be able to get the rod, and you will be kicked out of the game. So that is extremely important. Make sure that you follow every single step from start to finish of this video. But either way, here we are at the very top of the Roslit volcano, using that catwalk over there as a sort of reference point. Just walk all the way down and then come around the corner here. You will find the very first brick. For the next one, we're coming over here to Ancient Isles. Go ahead and follow along with me here. We're just basically going to make our way to the very top of the mountain. Not because you actually have to, just because it makes it a lot easier to sort of drop into this location instead of going all the way around the super long way. So once you've made it all the way to the top here, just go ahead and look over the edge. You're going to find this rock fixture that's right over here. Just kind of like use a glider, fly all the way over there. You're going to be jumping right off basically the very corner of this right here. So just jump right here. You're going to see a little gate right there off to the edge. Drop down in front of the gate, and now you are inside of the Phoenix Rod Cave. To the top left, you will find brick number 2. Now let's go over to the final one. This one's going to be a little bit trickier because it is inside of the depths. Now, unfortunately, there is an absolute darkness event going on in here right now, so it's a little bit dark. I feel like this happens every time that I make one of these videos. But anyways, you're going to travel over to where the merchant is on the other side, right over here. From the merchant, we're going to go to the left-hand side, being right over here, kind of where this red crystal is, except that we're going to go to the back side of that red crystal and then drop down to the sand. You will find the final brick right over here. Now, at this point, you've pretty much completed the sort of time-consuming one, unless you don't have one of the other things here. So as you can see, we are now at Mush Grove, and the reason for this is because in order to move on with the next portion of this, you are going to need the Vigilant title. This is extremely important. You definitely need this. If not, you will not be able to teleport inside of the Brick Rod room. To obtain this title, it is very simple. Just go ahead and make your way over to Mush Grove and complete the quest that this little mushroom guy sitting right here, being Agaric, provides to you. It's a very, very easy quest where you basically need to fish for an alligator for him, which you can find here inside of Mush Grove. The next thing that you're going to need after that is a puffer fish. Does not matter what puffer fish it is, if it's sparkling, shiny, big, giant, small, whatever it is that you want to have, as long as it is a puffer fish. You will need this. To obtain these, you can just fish in the ocean, which for the most part, they're not really that difficult to get. They are considered rare. In case you don't have the best area for this unlocked, the preferred bait is seaweed, so just keep that in mind. Now, for the next portion of this, we will need to travel over to the Desolate Pocket. Once you arrive here to Desolate Pocket, you need to make sure to make your way over to the Trident Room. Now, if you watch my last video and you already know the number that's inside of here, then you can probably skip this step. The important part here is to make sure that you have the number that is written on the wall. Once you enter inside of here and you look to the right-hand side of the Trident Rod, you're going to have a number right here. It can be 1 number, 3 numbers, 4 numbers, or even 16 numbers. Just make sure that you write it down and keep it somewhere where you can go ahead and get to it very, very quickly. Now, I've gone ahead and made my way back over here to Mush Grove because there is one other thing that I sort of forgot. Make sure that you buy yourself a couple of these smokescreen totems. They're located all the way back here. So right there is where the NPC that you have to do the quest is. Over here on the back side, you'll find the smokescreen totem. Each one is 2,000. You probably won't need more than just one, to be honest. But to be safe, you can grab yourself 2 or 3. Now, assuming you've done all of that, at this point, you should be ready to go ahead and get ready to make your way inside of the Brick Rod room. Travel over to Roslit Bay as sort of a reference point because we're going to be looking for Harvester's Spike. If you notice, right here is the lighthouse for Roslit Bay. We're going to go to the left side and just sort of go towards pretty much the Northern Expedition, and you're going to run into this island right here called Harvester's Spike. Jump up here and make your way to the backside of this tree right here. Take this moment to go ahead and equip your Vigilant title, and then pretty much all you want to do is just use a sundial to turn it into nighttime, which I'm assuming that a lot of you probably have more than enough sundials. Once it's nighttime, go ahead and use your smokescreen totem, and Minish will go ahead and spawn. At this point, open up your in-game chat, type in the number that you had inside of the Trident Room, just in the chat, press enter, and that's pretty much it. Then go ahead and pull out your puffer fish. At this point, talk to Minish, and he's going to say ... where you will be instantly teleported inside of the brick rod room. Now, at this point, you should be able to just go up to the rod and purchase it for 13,337 cash. If you walk up to this room and click on the brick rod and you're kicked instantly from the game, that means that you did not follow every single step, and instead you decided to skip a couple, which is just not going to work. The rod works on somewhat of a blacklist / whitelist type of thing. So if you don't complete the steps, then it keeps you on a blacklist. So again, it is really, really important for you to do every single one of the steps that I mentioned before you get to this point right here. Once you've purchased it, you can go ahead and exit out, which you will be teleported instantly back to Moosewood Village. And these are the stats right here: 0% lure speed, 75% luck, 0.35 control, 35% resilience, infinite max kg. So really not the best rod in the world. It's actually not good at all. Probably the only cool thing is that it does have its own little custom mutation being studded. And for the most part, it seems like studded ends up being a 100% chance thing. Now, just to show you guys an example, here is a studded Megalodon, which looks super sick. Basically kind of makes it look like a Lego Megalodon. Price for this is 17,734. So it isn't really all that great as far as like sell multi goes. Here's actually a look at a couple of other really cool ones. We have a shiny giant studded banana, which I mean, obviously looks really cool. We also have a studded Kraken over here, which looks straight out of a Lego set. It's kind of hilarious. And of course, a shiny studded ancient Kraken, which this one looks super cool. But I mean, realistically, this is probably the coolest looking one, which ironically is the one that's the hardest to actually see. But I mean, come on, it's the banana. All right, so editing carbon here is sort of popping up. I was just putting the final touches on this video when I realized that I didn't include the message over here by Pierre. And I just want to make it very clear. It looks like this message that you have here, because everyone sort of has something completely different here. I just want to make it clear that this was sort of like a decoy thing. It isn't used at any point throughout the entire process, which is probably the reason why it says some pretty ridiculous things like big nose. And in my case, it says in other cases, it has like this super duper long word that I don't even know how to pronounce. So I just wanted to go ahead and throw this into the end of the video, since I know that a lot of you are going to be in the comment section saying, well, where does this fall into place and stuff like that. It isn't important. You don't need it. If I'm going to be honest, it kind of feels like it was some sort of like a decoy step to get us really confused and throw us off track. Either way, let's transition over to the ending of the video. Sorry, I just had to kind of squeeze this in. Either way, man, that is the full brick rod hunt. It's been an interesting 3 days, to say pretty much the least. Thank you guys for coming along for the entire journey. It was a lot of fun. I have a good video coming out for you guys, hopefully tomorrow. So make sure that you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications. Do not miss that. Thank you guys so much for every single one of you that hung out during the live stream. I appreciate it so much. As a quick sellout moment, make sure that you guys use my StarCode, which is StarCode Carbon, when purchasing Robux or Roblox Premium. It forces Roblox to pay your boy in cold hard cash, and I love it when Roblox pays me. Either way, man, now that all of this hunting is done, we are back to our regular scheduled program here. No more daily brick rod videos, but it was definitely a lot of fun. Also, don't forget, this weekend, Saturday, another update, so make sure that you guys tune in for that stream. That's gonna do it for this video. Like always, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.